And there it is. Perfect. So, welcome back to Power Washing Sim, or Power Wash Sim. And we're going to continue on with the Muckingham files. One of these days, I'll get around to downloading more DLC because there's the store Steam page, and there's plenty of more things to wash in there. A lot of free stuff. So, hopefully, I'm like looking around to see if there's any cats nearby. Hopefully, I'll get around to doing that, downloading more, and maybe purchasing some fun DLC. Woo! That'll be fun. I'm looking at myself. That's why I'm being weird. Because I'm so normal all the time. Alright, let's go into the Muckingham Files Part 2. So we have clean the paintball arena, clean the Spanish villa, clean the excavator. So we have a lot of fun things, but I'm going to go from top to bottom. I don't even know what it sounds like. It sounds like someone's having like a party outside. It's hard to say. Because I don't know. I have no idea. Interesting. I'm gonna grab this water bottle down here. Oh, hi cat. Both my cats are down here. You're probably wondering why I'm not relaxing downstairs with them. So, we are going to start with clean the paintball arena. It's going to take a minute to load. Alright, this is from Dan Van Beethoven. Welcome, Power Washer, to the home of the splattered dreams and bruised egos, the Muckingham Mustangs Paintball. I'm sure this commission must come as something of a surprise. After all, what alerts you to the fact that we're entering the fray? After all, what alerts you to the fact that you're entering the fray better than being surrounded by the vestiges of years of combat? I, for one, feel all the hairs on my back and shoulders bristle as soon as I see that minecart caked in the misses of my enemies. But needs must. We have a score to settle with the Detergento Dragon Slayers, and for this, we're going to need a completely spotless battlefield. 100 shots. 100 shots each. Count the hits and the misses. One winner, no arguments. And of course, we have the Prime Vista Pro. We have our nozzles, and we have our canister thing. And we have some cleaner. It looks like wood cleaner and probably all-purpose cleaner. Can't really tell. Or rock. I don't know. It's hard to see. Anyway, let's get started here. And it's gonna, of course, take some time to load. In the meantime, yes, starting this job will reset any progress on other bonus jobs, which we've already done. We've already finished it. So let's confirm and continue. Pardon the burping. Pardon the burping. I had some Coca-Cola earlier, or some Coke, or pop. I don't like saying pop. Some soda. And it was pretty good. But my pizza, I didn't just have it straight up. So look at all this area. So let's take a little look around. We're going to take a quick run around and look at what we have. So this is a paintball arena. There's like a little minecart area. So that's what he was talking about, the minecart. And we have just like the top area here. We have some saloon facades here. Some sloping areas. And this tower here. Cool. Looks pretty straightforward. It looks like a lot of things to do. We just have the step stool for equipment. So I say we start with the saloon wall here, since it's nice and flat and I can really work on that. Alright, I'm gonna just lag at the start of this, of course. fan is still on, but my computer is gradually getting hotter. So we have a message from Dan. I'm not a sentimental person. Nothing could be further from the truth. But it's still going to be sad seeing all these amazing memories get washed away. Do you want to hear some stories about them? And of course, that was a honk from outside. Of course, it won't let me answer. Yeah, this is gonna be nice. I forgot to stop the music. Oh my gosh, give me a second. I'm gonna stop the music. You'll see me moving around stuff. Hold up. Hold up. I knew there was something wrong here. I usually don't do this yapping on my own. Alright. What am I looking for? Lo-fi. Lo-fi hip-hop. Okay, my cat's about to use the litter box, so I might be stink bombed in here. I just cleaned the house too. Or vacuum clean. Are you shitting or pissing? Oh, she's shitting. She is indeed shitting. Which is not good for me. As I like to be able to smell things. But not this. Certainly not this. Oh man, this room is gonna smell so bad. I love her dearly. I swear I do. I will be back. I know you hear the music. I will mute my. Okay. Still smells bad in here, but crisis averted for the most part. As long as I act very quickly. The smell is neutralized. I need to get some better litter. But I'm trying to fix things on the screen here so you guys can see who's the music by. Having some troubles here. I'm gonna lift this up. There we go. Good. Leave some space. Okay, if I minimize it, yeah, it does go away. Let's keep it open. Bring this other window to the front. Okay, now why does that happen? If I'm focused on that window. That actually makes no sense. Anyway. Oh, so it'll dissipate fast. Anyway, back to what we're doing. Had some lo-fi music going on. And we're power washing. Of course I turned down the sound or completely neutralized the sound of the power washer because after I played a lot of this game, so after a while that sound is just very grating to hear. Satisfying but grating. It's kind of a weird mix, but it's just hard to listen to after a long time. So it looks like these are separate pieces here. Like the window is a separate piece itself. This wall is just one piece. Of course the sidewalk is its own item here. Imagine the sign is its own thing. It is own entity, I should say. So what I wanted to talk about with this is the topic of paintball. I've been paintballing exactly one time, and that was in 2020. I know, very scandalous. Um, so, quick rundown of it. It was February, so it was right on the cusp of COVID stuff. So, nice and early February 2020, everyone's here, everyone's having a grand old time. And I had planned for my boyfriend at the time for him and I to go to paintballing, and I invited like his friends and everything. We're all gonna have like a really good time paintballing, and we did have a really good time. And his birthday is around Valentine's Day, so it was very nice, chill time. Still that cold chillness in the air because of course it's February in North America. But I think we went to Atlantic City. It was very nice. We had like a nice dinner and everything. Spent like a whole weekend there. It was pretty cool. But day afterwards we went to paintballing, met up with his friends, got all geared up. I was out there on the field, but it was so cold and I was so out of shape. Let me grab this stool here. I wish I could pick up the other items, but I can't. I'm trying to get this door done. I'm not sure what I'm not completing on this door or the sign, really. This is honestly taller. Let's put this further. But yeah, we got all geared up and I'm like outside among other people. Of course, there's like, I at the time didn't know, I had no idea that people were so professional with paintballing, that they were so serious about it. I'm just like there to have a good time, and I see other people like in gear and camo and everything. I'm just like, what? Is there like a competition going on? But yeah, I had like got tickets for everybody. And it was just a really good time. I think there was like a deal on it. I think I got it from like a Groupon, and I like checked with everyone if they were like okay with it and wanted to have a good time. There was one other lady in the group, and she didn't want to paintball. I mean, you'll see why. I shouldn't have, but I went into it so confident. Um, but I quickly realized among being among the guys and gals who like do this like professionally, professionally is not the right word, do this all the time, it's their hobby, it's like their hobby. It was very overwhelming. So I'm like running in the woods, and they give us a quick rundown of like where to go, who to shoot at, and I'm just like running in the woods, and I'm just like with these little like really hard like plastic paintballs. I had no idea like how paintballs were shot or anything. I didn't do any fucking research, honestly. I went into it knowing nothing. What am I missing here? The wall. What part of the wall am I missing? Do I need to go to up top? I didn't see like a ladder. Did I do like some parkour or something? But yeah, I'm in the woods, running around, boyfriend and his friends, going around, having a blast. But I was just poorly out of shape. I'm like running out of breath, and not really panicking about the other people there, but just like being out of breath and out of shape. And I'm just like, damn, I really should have worked out. But everyone else had a good time. It was like right on the cusp of being quarantined, and no one knew it. You could hear it on the TV and everything. Oh, actually, let me turn on the AC again. This computer is getting so hot. And if you don't know, I'm using a laptop. So the laptop is heating up underneath my fingers, which makes it hard for me to press the buttons. Just give me one moment. You'll see what I'm wearing. god, shorts. Oh my god. How dare she? So I'm gonna be stuck in here with cat poop smell. Yes, your poop. I must become one with the cat poop. Actually, I don't have any, like, spray in here, which is unfortunate for me. Yeah, I don't have any aerosol. Let me go grab some kind of aerosol here. Something over the cat's water bowl in here so it doesn't, like, the aerosolize whatever the fuck this is. Crisp cranberry champagne doesn't get into their water. But I needed something to dissipate the smell. Gosh, I am not sensitive to smells. I think everyone is sensitive to smells, but holy schmolies, that's really powerful. Sorry, I just got a message. I'm very unprofessional. I will look at my phone. Actually, if I move this window, would it get mad at me? No, cool. Cool, I just want to see what's going on here. I'm texting while streaming. Ah, don't judge me. Okay. I think I'm done being unprofessional looking at my phone. But it's not like I'm driving or anything. Hey River. Oh, Twitch chat didn't show up. Hey, the stream is going well. Just, being unprofessional. I'm trying to fix Twitch chat again. Properties. Twitch chat. I have to remove it and add it again. Okay, I'm gonna remove it and add it again because it's being weird. Remove. Yes. Add. Window capture. TC, I'm just gonna call it. Not that. That's not what I wanted to add. There's what I wanted to add. What do you say? Yeah, mine wasn't showing up on my screen. Gotta troubleshoot that sometime. Certainly weird stuff. Not what I wanted. Whoa, definitely not what I wanted. Yeah. Do that. Excellent. And I want to do a filter. Add an effect. Chroma key. epic stuff. Oh. Oh, is that what I did before? I made like the whole thing disappear? Why does it work sometimes and not work? Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to figure that out. That's really weird that it doesn't color key. Did I do color key or chroma key before? What is the difference between chroma key and color key? We're doing it live. Okay, that seems to delete everything. So strange, so strange. Twitch is a fickle mistress. Color key. Let's do color key this time. Okay, that did what I wanted to. So I just gotta remember to use color key and not chroma key. I need another monitor. Oh! I still don't know how to say that. Sevastopol security. That would have been funny. But yeah, did you see how many views you got on that stream? That was crazy. I wonder why I got so many views. Like on the VOD. Oh, my back. Oh, actually I should move the stream. Well, move the chat to somewhere else. Let's move it over here. How's that look? Oh, that looks so much better. I kind of want to give it a border. Oh man, I'm doing things on the fly. Properties. Can I give you a border? Hello? No, it doesn't allow me to put a border. Horror around Halloween. It's the spooky season. Makes people want to watch spooky stuff. Oh, well, I finally finished that. Cool. Got everything done here. Let's finish off the sidewalk. Very nice. One day, I'll get myself a VR headset. Don't know where I'm gonna play it. Honestly, probably in this room, because I can be off on my own and not worry about stepping on a cat. And if I have people over, I could just move the headset downstairs. I actually don't know what goes into setting up a VR headset, but that's for future me to figure out. Oh yeah, this whole bottom edge was dirty. Dirty, dirty. But yeah, I was just mentioning before Cass decided to use the litter box in here and create a stink bomb that made me evacuate immediately. Um, I was talking about how I went paintballing in 2020, but it was early 2020, right before COVID fell upon us, where COVID was just a funny word and we didn't know anything about it. So it's just a funny little bug that we all didn't need to worry about. Because we're the US. Why would we need to worry about it? Oh man. Well, now that I brought that up, I wonder if when I export this to YouTube, it will flag it. It will flag it with like the, well, not flag it in like a negative way, but flag it and just say like, oh, this is what COVID is with like the Wikipedia article. I don't know if you've seen that before, River, where it does that with other YouTubers. I mean, they could just be talking about COVID like casually, and it just kind of YouTube reads it, and it's just like, yep, you talked about COVID. Here's the Wikipedia article for it. Still have some gunk on this window. Nice. You gotta really hit all the angles here. Yeah. And it does the same thing for climate change as well. So it makes me wonder which one is it going to put up whenever this goes live on YouTube, which will probably be for a while because I have a lot of content scheduled there, and it's been really fun. Even, can I climb this? Like Doom stuck on the mine. I'm like, I want to double jump. Alright, that's not gonna reach. Who am I kidding? Oh yeah, this is nice. Very nice and relaxing. So, looks like we have this sheriff wall done. Looks good. On to the next. Let me use the other pole. Oh. Okay, I bumped into my USB. Oh, I mean, I did bump into it. I just had to check if everything was still good. Well, the question is, would I go back and do paintballing? Probably not. Especially if there are people there who take it very, very seriously. I mean, I feel like I'm in better shape right now. I do a lot of walking, stretching, and all that stuff. Not really any, like, lifting weights, which I should do. Maybe to, like, get some strength in my body. Especially, like, my core. All that cool stuff. And I have a gym membership that I don't use. So maybe I should use it more. Old West paintball. But I just enjoy like the sport of like shooting people, and also those paintballs hurt. I had like some welts on me. It wasn't the best time. And stuff like that, I can get like overwhelmed and panicky. But if I'm like focused and like have a goal, like I don't know, shoot the other team with paintballs, that's fine. But if I'm just like told to, yeah, I don't know, go out there, have some fun, then it's not really exciting for me. It's not really good. Not really a good time. Oh, that finished. This sign isn't finished though. But yeah, I don't think there's going to be any more paintball for me. Also, I was kind of annoyed with the guns with paintballing because they use like compressed air, I feel like all my shots were missing. I felt like I was a terrible shot. But I swear it was the equipment. I swear this time it was the equipment. It wasn't me. Okay, got that. But I need to get the badge. I'm just gonna try to do some jumpies. Nice. At the door. Or the gate, rather. What am I missing here? The signpost? Oh, yeah, we got some dirt there. Let's turn it this way. I swear it was the equipment, it wasn't me. And the first and only time I've ever shot a gun, an actual real gun, was in 2008 at a gun range. I think at least it was 2008. Hold up, was I in 2008? 14? So I was at a gun range with my family. We were in Las Vegas, so we had the opportunity to do a gun range. Not like there's no gun ranges over here on the East Coast. It's just that we're all on vacation in Las Vegas. Anyways, I was upset that day. Oddly enough, going up and down is making me disoriented. I'm gonna go side to side. But that day, I was particularly upset. I was upset at my mom, and she'll never let me let this down, but I was upset with her because she had decided to, like the night before, drink the tiniest bit of alcohol. I don't know if I think I was all about, you know, dare or whatever, stay away from alcohol, stay away from drugs. I would never do weed. I think they made us like sign a contract saying like, oh, never do weed. I promise to never do this, never do that. And I wanted to uphold that, all right? And I wanted my family to uphold it too. I don't know why I'm using the far away extender pole for this. But I was upset with her. She had like the tiniest little liquor bottle, and she doesn't drink, so that little bottle like put her to sleep. At least that's what I think, what I was mad about that day. I don't know why I was so upset about it. I think that's what I was upset about. Either that or was another occasion where that happened. But I was a moody teenager, so I was like 14 at the time, so I'm gonna give myself cut myself some slack for that. Regardless, I was a little upset, and going to the gun range, I was like, oh, okay, I'll do this with the family. And yeah, I did really good. I don't know where like the actual paper is, but I think I shot some kind of like, I don't know, my guns, like a really typical gun, whatever the most common thing is. I shot that, like using two hands, looking down the barrel, all that stuff. So I want to say 9mm. I want to say that. Uh, but it was pretty cool, pretty fun, pretty interesting. But so loud. Oh my god, it's so loud. And yeah, it was definitely a pistol. So it was it was definitely a pistol. It was very loud, and experiencing holding a gun and actually shooting a gun is a very wild thing, especially if you've never done it before. You've only seen it in like movies and video games and stuff, but you're just like, wow, this is a lot of power in your hands. So no wonder why people are just like, yeah, this is my gun, this is part of my life and all that stuff, I suppose. But yeah, it had all the protective gear on it, and it had so much kick to it that the person, like the I don't know, the instructor. I want to say handler, but handler is not the right, the gun handler. um, but yeah, they were like right behind me, or like right outside of like the area. I don't know my terms for this. I've only been there once, but I shot really well, and I have a pretty good history of me being mad makes me perform better. I don't know why. I have no idea. So in 2008, at the age of 14, I mainly did tennis. So it had to be right before. It had to be like the year before college, high school. So I was still in middle school at the time because I started college in 2009. What am I looking for? I'm looking for the other nozzle. Trying to get the top of the doors. Yeah, the window. That window. Oh wow, that actually worked. Yeah, we can see a little bit more from this angle. Anyway, history of performing really well when I'm angry. I don't know if it makes me focused or what, but yeah. Another story really quickly. Did tennis in high school. Did tennis and volleyball. So tennis in the fall. Sorry, other way around. Volleyball in the fall. Started with the JV, moved on to varsity in my senior year. I think they just had to move me up. Honestly, I wasn't that good at the game. Um, but I had fun, and I was quote unquote tall, or am tall. Was tall at the time for other girls my age. But yes, other things like that has happened before. Being mad, performing well. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't think that's a positive thing, at least. I don't want to be mad. But there was this one time where I was playing tennis. And for tennis in I went to high school in Philadelphia. So for our games, which would be during the school day, I mean, it's not like I was missing much because I was doing really, really well. I did really, really well in high school, so it wasn't that bad. But I had permission to go to these events. So they pile us on the school bus and take us to our location, wherever the location was for the tennis match. Whether it was like directly at another school or tennis courts that were nearby. But I would mainly play singles or whatever the coach told me to do. Wherever the coach was like, yeah, you're doing doubles today. I was like, all right, I guess I'm doing doubles today. So that's how it went. That's how it went in one particular game. I was playing doubles, and this random ass guy. I am a minor at the time, but he was like asking me like questions. What are you doing? I'm like wearing, school uniform top and like black pants. I think that's what we had to wear for tennis. My school that I went to for high school had uniforms, which was black and yellow. So even while we were doing tennis, still had to wear uniforms. Except on Fridays. I believe Fridays we could dress down and wear whatever we liked. But we were just like over it. We're just like, how many years do I have to fucking wear a uniform? Anyway. The older guy comes up outside the tennis gates, and he's just like, hey, what are you doing? What, are you playing some tennis? Like, trying to hit on me or some shit. It was weird. It was so strange. And I was not only mad at this guy, I was also kind of mad at the coach as well. I mean, I don't know what the coach could have said, and I'm sure the coach didn't want to get himself involved in anything. But I'm like, damn, I'm a child. Hello? Could you like help me out? Could you tell this guy to go away or something? Because it was really irritating. And at the time, um, usually, my father would show up to these things for whatever reason. He would like to show up to the tennis matches. So usually my dad would be there if he's able to make it between whatever he had going on as a stay-at-home dad, unemployed stay-at-home dad. Um, but I lost my train of thought. Usually my dad's there, and usually he would say like something because he's a big, tall guy. So usually he would just, tell the guys to go away or something. But my dad wasn't there for that particular one, so I'm just like angry. I'm furious. I'm mad at my coach. I'm mad at this weirdo fucking guy, and I just play like some really good tennis. I'm talking like some crazy good tennis, and everyone was shocked, including me. I was like, well, damn, do I have to be angry to play good? I play well. But it was just fascinating. But I haven't played tennis in ages. But anyway, that's another example of me being angry and doing really well at something. I mean, of course, there are other times where I do well at something and not angry. Rage is a powerful emotion, but it's something I don't want to tap into frequently. That's for sure. Oh. Alright, I'm trying to... Okay, I got my extension pole. I'm trying to finish off this sign. Oh, excuse me. I've been doing too much yapping and not enough cleaning. Still have to do the wall. What am I missing off this fucking wall? But yeah, I use my rage for good, not for evil. I say this now, but if there's an apocalypse happening, I'm gonna tap into that rage. I only mentioned the apocalypse thing because I was watching a YouTuber that I watch he posted a video recently, hell yeah, about doomsday preppers. He likes doing these deep dives into these these topics. Okay, now I'm gonna work on these fences here. So I'm gonna do this side of the fence and do the other side of the fence. And then I'm just gonna work on the items inside of the area. Oh no, I wanna do the rock wall behind it. The rock. I could smell what it's cooking. But do the rock out here and then do the inside. I think that'll be much more satisfying. At least to me. Alright, cool. Yeah, interesting stuff. I'm gonna drink some water, actually. Hydrate or dihydrate. Rolling the wrists. But yeah, I haven't played tennis in a while. A long while. I don't think I would be bad at it. I think I would honestly be pretty good at it. There's just a lot of technique to it. But something that I never wrapped my mind around tennis is honestly doing the up. The overhead serve is what they call it. See the blurred shit. I'm gonna step back here. Okay, cool. But it's like you hold the ball here and you do like that back serve. You have like the tennis racket in the back. But I've never gotten that motion down. I've tried so many times. And the thing is, it shouldn't be an issue, honestly. But it's hard to tell because I'm gaming all the time. But I'm a lefty. So it makes learning some things a little bit difficult for me, like coordination wise, because everything, of course, is taught right handed. Um, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but it always took me a little bit of time to really learn something, especially, again, coordination, doing everything left handed, because it's my dominant hand. But it certainly made life a little bit interesting. And it certainly made learning that serve a little bit harder because the coach is trying to teach me, but he's trying to do his serve at the same time. I don't know. Maybe I didn't have a good coach. I mean, he was also my English teacher as well, so he was pulling double duty. But it was a little bit tough, and I never really got it down. But then again, I could have learned it on my own. Even before starting tennis in high school, I played tennis in the summertime. Not like at a summer camp, but it wasn't like an away camp or anything. So just at my local playground where I grew up. And I played tennis there. And I did that for years and years. Oh, we got another message from Dan. He says, see that purple blob just on the top corner of the cactus? That's probably my favorite splat there, from back when the Muckingham man, where the Muckingham manicures. Some words are just difficult. Misty Mist, Miggy Mist, captain of the Dragon Slayers, has sprung out of the fort with only one thing on his mind: my demise. What an interesting guy, this Dan Beethoven. A split second later, his shot was on the cactus, whilst mine was a clean hit on the shin. Damn. But yeah, I mean, the onus was also on the coach, of course, a lot more onus on that. But I could have learned it as well since I had so many opportunities to learn it. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why. I don't know why I never looked it up. YouTube was very much around at that point in time. I could have looked it up. I could have asked other coaches, but there's no point just dwelling on that in the past. It's not like I absolutely needed to. There was another serve I could do. Again, I'm gonna demonstrate really quickly. Where you could just toss the ball up and then just kind of hit it from the top, or just bounce and hit. Sometimes loud, but it's very, what is it called when something's really younger or for kids? Um, it's mainly for kids to do that. It's not really for like if you've been not serving, but playing tennis for a while. It's just kind of deemed as, I don't know, weird that you would serve it that way. um, but yeah, it was a very strange time with that. But I would love to go back to tennis. It was a really good time, really fun, really active, really gets you moving, the heart going. And I got into really good shape playing that. I didn't appreciate it at the time, but I really liked that. I liked it over volleyball. But like most things with me and gaming, me and being competitive, I got really frustrated with myself. I would get so sad and so mad afterwards. And I'm just like, I know it's just a game. I know. I'm not winning any medals. I'm not getting anything from this. Like literally, I don't know if there was like a what is it called? Like a ranking or anything for like the schools and with their tennis. I have no idea. It never occurred to me to ask these things. Certainly at that point in time in my life, I didn't ask a lot of questions. I feel like I should have asked a lot more questions, been more curious, reached out more. But it was also hand in hand with me being a teenager and thinking I know every fucking thing. I already know what I'm supposed to do. I already know what I'm going to be when I grow up or become an adult. I'm going to be a doctor. Of course I am. That didn't pan out. Not in the slightest. But that's another story for another day. But back to tennis. Tennis is a really fun game. Really, really fun. A lot of cardio. You feel like a goddamn champion when you win. But when I lost, again, felt really sad. I got really sad and really distant. It was a really sad ride back to school because they had to take us back to school in some cases, or they let us, go home from there. I think we had the option sometimes. But I know for sure we had SEPTA school passes, so we could go wherever we needed to go afterwards. Sometimes I would have a ride back home because there was only one car at home at that point in time. So if no one was busy, if everyone was busy during that day, I would just have to take SEPTA back home. And depending on where I was in the city, it was either a short travel or a long travel. And at that particular point in time, I don't think Google Maps was elaborate enough to tell you which bus to take. Either that was very confusing. That and the SEPTA, which is the main public transport in Philadelphia, was not. The SEPTA app wasn't very accurate. It only told you the times that was scheduled. The buses were scheduled to arrive at the stop, so it wasn't very accurate or anything. There's nothing for SEPTA to uphold those times that they put in their little time chart. It was only just an estimate. I'm sure there's a little asterisk there that says, "Oh, only approximate times." I mean, there have been times I've been waiting for a bus to come and it's pouring rain or snowing out, and I'm just like, where's the bus? I just want to get to school, and only to find out that the bus stop has moved or something, or an accident happened, which, happens. Living in a big city, things happen. That's kind of how it is. I'm kind of jumping all over the place. I would love to do tennis again, but there are other sports that I have my mind set on that I want to give a try, such as I think rock climbing would be very fun to do. I don't know why it's calling to me, but I want to climb rock. And I want to climb high. Even though I'm terrified of heights, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do when I get up to the top. I'd be like, yeah, I conquered the mountain. And then I look down, I'm just like, I'm afraid of the mountain. I don't know what I'm going to do after that, honestly. But I think it would be a cool time to climb that. I don't even know if my grip strength is that good or anything. Only one way to find out is actually to get out there and do it. Just like Shia LaBeouf once said, but I think he's done some really bad things, so maybe I shouldn't be shouting out Shia LaBeouf. I think he's done some bad things. Either that or I'm thinking about somebody else. But rock climbing is something I want to get into. Archery is another thing I want to try. I did have an opportunity to try it at the Ren Fair, but I got distracted. And also, when I went to go do it, they were like closing down for like a little show that was happening. So, whoops, missed my shot, as it were, um, to participate in that. But there will be other times to do archery for sure. All it takes is just looking out for it, for the opportunities, and doing it. Honestly, and if I honestly wanted to do it enough, like really wanted to do it, I would go do it. I don't know if I would vlog it personally. I think I would feel a lot awkward. A lot awkward? Very awkward. Wow, that rock was really wet. I think I would feel very awkward doing it. Unless I just kind of want to enjoy the experience. Maybe at one point in my life I would do some. Whoa. Was there just like a guy here and he was splattered? Interesting. This is telling a story here. I'm not going to get into the mine necessarily, but I'm going to do the outside, like the rock area. This battlefield tells a story about the people we lost. But yeah, rock climbing, archery. I was considering doing some martial arts. I once did a short little class years ago. So this is probably like 2019, 2018 maybe. Did a short little trial class at a local Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu class. But once again, I just kind of felt out of shape and not really up to it. I had to fight without my glasses on, and I'm nearsighted, so everything was just blurry. And also, the gis that they had weren't really big enough for my body. I'm a very full-figured woman. So, trying to get into a gi was not very conducive. It was very, I got into it, it just felt very tight, like it was gonna fucking rip, and I wasn't for that, but I did it. It was really interesting. I could certainly see how, bump the mic. I could certainly see how someone would be able to like really get into doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and it could feel very liberating to know that you're using your body. It's your body weight to take down somebody else. And it's not only a body weight, but it's also a technique as well to take down somebody. And I really like that, because I was looking for at the time, I was looking for a martial art that really fit into the mind of self-defense. I don't know why I was on the self-defense kick at the time, but there I was. Wanted to do some self-defense, some hand-to-hand combat there. So there are some tricks of the trade, and there really weren't any like ladies that were light enough, that were not light enough, heavy enough to like go toe to toe with me. So I just got matched up with this older dude, I think, and yeah, I didn't feel very comfortable. Not that the guy did anything, but it just wasn't for me at that time, and also the prices weren't for me at that time, because at the time I was taking a class at Penn State Abington. I know, but at the time taking a class at Penn State, and this was for like completely voluntary, to do a project management course. So I had to get some hours in project management so I could hopefully take the the PMP, which is the project management professional certificate. It is the holy grail of project management. It is something that you want to have on your resume for sure if you're doing project management. So yeah, you have to have like a certain amount of hours in project management, course, education, what have you. And yeah, so it wasn't a good time to do it. But it has been 5 years since then, and a lot of things have changed. So it'd be cool to go back to that. So I went over rock climbing, archery, BJJ as it's also known. And lastly, we have pole dancing. What? Pole dancing? Yes. I heard from many people, men and women alike, that pole dancing is really great for the body. It engages a lot of muscles, so a lot of muscles involved in stability. Being on a pole really engages the whole body in a movement that is just very good with keeping up with muscles around the body. So I think that'll be pretty fun and liberating to do. And I've heard it from just people online and some podcasts that I follow. And I think it would just be so much fun. Or that, so I'll put it in the category pole dancing slash, oh, what the fuck is it called? It's called like aerial something. If you ever seen like America's Got Talent, there's always like a person each year that does it, and it's so impressive, but they don't win because there's not a lot of variety you can do with it. But it's like these really long, like sheer, I want to say curtains, long pieces of fabric, and they're able to roll them up in their arms and like fly around. I think it's just like aerial work. Sometimes there's like a hoop. They do things in a hoop, and it's very impressive. A lot of upper body strength, a lot of core strength, and I think that'll be a lot of fun. I don't think I'm gonna be fucking flying around on stage in America's Got Talent. I think it's just gonna be really cool to talk about. And if I talk to more people, they'll be like, "Oh, that sounds pretty interesting. I'm gonna try it." At least that's what I think in my head, in my mind. But I just think it'll be funny just going up to somebody or have like an icebreaker or something. Just be like, "Oh, I have a fun little hobby that I do. Oh, what's that? Pole dancing. Huh? Is she a stripper? Does she do a little dance for money or something?" I'm like, "Nope. Just do it for fun. Just do it as a hobby." I did have a Groupon for that. I know Groupon coming in again. Don't have a sponsor for it. Not yet, anyway. I did have a Groupon for it ages ago, but I decided not to do it. Not for any particular reason other than I just couldn't find the time to do it. At the time, I was really, really serious about my job. I was like, my job, they need me. I need to be there. And that made me miss out on a lot of different things, honestly. And just having that mindset. And it was my very first job, so I really wanted to have a really good impression. I really wanted to do so well. And I wish someone would have just been like, "Jasmine, you know, your job is still going to be there when you get back. Things might seem so important right now, but the job is still going to be there when you get back or whatever you do." And I just should have just went for things. And there's nothing stopping me from doing true, go back, look for that Groupon or look for that studio again. I mean, a lot of things have changed since COVID, of course. So I don't know if the studio is still around, but there's plenty of things in the area. And I'm in a big city, big metropolitan area. There's a lot of things to do. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's more affordable options for pole dancing or whatever I want to do, really. But yeah, and there was also another opportunity, which I'm still to this day kicking myself that I should have done. Again, I don't know why I didn't do it. But another thing I missed out on because I was so work focused was an opportunity to go with my mother and my sister to go to Europe. My cheeks are hurting from talking so much. But yeah, I missed out on an opportunity, and they had a great time. They went to Dublin. So they went to Ireland, and they went to Northern Ireland. I believe they went to Scotland. I want to say that they did. They went to London, and I want to say that they went to Paris. They definitely went to Paris, and they went to Germany, I think. So they hit up a lot of places, and the goal of that trip wasn't just for fun. They had a lot of fun, for sure. But they also were visiting UNESCO sites, which are, I don't know the acronym, but it's an acronym about, like, it's an acronym that is for places of cultural significance around the world, and they're kept up by an organization, I believe it's called UNESCO as well. But there's a lot of those, of course, in Europe. And it's a worldwide thing, so there's sites all over the place. I would be surprised there's not one in Pennsylvania, but it's like a very, I wouldn't even say it's like a really long list, but there are some places that are really kept the way they are for cultural significance, and they wanted to go see some places. For example, like Stonehenge, to give you an example. So they saw Stonehenge and they were underwhelmed. But it would have been so cool to be there with them and do all the fun stuff. But, I was with them in spirit, doing work, working from home. Well, I wasn't working from home at the time, I was in the office. But I was like, damn, I should have went. And also at the time, I was really keen on working hard, trying to get a better position because I really wanted a promotion. I never had a promotion. Again, it was my very first job, and I was concerned about going away. I think it was like my very first year at the job too, 2018. So I really wanted to make a good impression and do really well and hopefully get a promotion. And but it was impossible to say. Really, really impossible to say. Excuse me. And turns out I never got the promotion. So it was just so annoying. I never got the promotion, and it was so sad. But I saw other people get a promotion, and I'm just like, well, what in the world did they do that I didn't do? Because I felt like I was doing really well and doing a lot of work. Blah, 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 blah. All I can say is, looking back on it, and I've looked back on this quite a few times, but, like, everyone is on their own path. Everyone is on their own journey. And, I'm just on a different path than other people. And other people on different paths from me. So we have another message from Dan here. He says, I had so many epic encounters with Miggy. I want to do a voice, but I can't remember what voice I did before. People would always say how evenly matched we were. It's incredible how many times it would end up with just the two of us left, battling it out. Sounds kind of hot, not gonna lie. Always one eye on the prize, the other on each other's torsos. Damn. Alright, that's all he wants to say. Um, but yes, everyone's on their own journey, and I'm doing my thing. Other people are doing their thing. It's just how things end up. And yeah, I feel like I am quite happy with the way with my life right now. There's some things that I wish were better, of course. Some things that I want to improve, but all around, right now, in this very moment, I can say that I'm quite happy. And you can put that on the record as me saying that I'm happy. It's really hard to tell with this rock face what is clean and what isn't. But yeah, of course I have my sad day. Oh, I didn't even know that wasn't done. So I'll check the fence posts, the fence wall again to see if I've missed anything, especially those fence posts. Do I need to like jump up to get anything? But like I said, of course I have my sad days. We all do. Feels like everything is going to shit. But if I can remember just the slightest bit of memory and self-awareness, I could just tell myself that I have a lot of good things around me, a lot of good people, a lot of good stuff in general. And it doesn't need to be like physical, tangible stuff. But it doesn't hurt. That's for sure. And there's things to, still exist for. And just remembering that in the hard days is enough to get you by. And also there's like people to talk to and family and stuff, which of course makes it a lot easier. Carry the weight and all that. And then you carry the weight for them in turn. Anyway, I didn't mean to get so deep there. But I did. Life's just one big journey, man. And also this music has got me feeling introspective. And also there's cat hair on the mic. Apologies for the sounds you can probably hear. Of me scratching the mic. Or not the mic itself, but like the filter. The fuzzy bit, you see. More water for all the yapping I'm doing. I really like saying I'm a professional yapper. I think that's come into like the forefront of online chatter, is being a professional yapper. Where's the dirt? I've been fucking spraying this wall. I'm getting frustrated. Oh, it's the whole rock face. It's also good I'm looking at the top left and seeing if the progress bar changes. So it's this whole rock face. For whatever reason, I thought it was just that corner. The little corner area there. I don't want to get the whole thing. Alright, let's try this again from the top. Whoa, I almost launched myself. Alright. Excellent, we did it. Okay, this area now. Spray it down. Make sure I'm not gonna fall off this. Not that there's any fall damage. Nice, that is done. So I'm looking at the top left, seeing if there's any more progress left to do in these rock faces. And then I'll look back at, okay, I'm gonna do this real quick. This rock archway. Again, there's like soaps that I could use and stuff, soap nozzles, but I don't want to. I'm doing a purely purist run of this. It's a very Markiplier thing when he was playing PowerWash Sim. So it was pretty funny. You would call it like cheating or something. Also, which reminds me, when the fuck does Iron Lung come out? I thought it was gonna come out in October, but I haven't heard anything. And I would think that I would hear something, or not hear, but like see any kind of like promotional material for it soon-ish, if it was coming out in October. I don't know if it's been delayed or anything. Last I heard, there was just a lot of editing that needed to be done. Which I'm sure Mark was planning to do himself. Whether or not people were asking to help him. Not asking, but, you know, requesting to assist. He's definitely the type of person that wants to do it himself. Do I need to get... am I stuck? Cool, I'm not stuck. I want to get to the top of this signpost. Hell yeah. Oh, okay, it's not that dirty up here. But, anyway, Markiplier, PowerWash Sim was talking about, using the soaps as cheating. I personally don't think it's cheating. I just think it's more of a challenge to do without it. Nice. It's like, I'm not trying to speed run this. I'm just having a good time. Make sure I want to get all the rock faces. I'm just going over this with the cursor and checking things out. Rock archway, rock face, this large crate in front of my face. Nice. This is coming along really, really well. Alright, I want to take a look at the fences again. Nice. Fence is all done, actually. Wait. This fence post is not done. Nice, it is done now. I want to check this wall again. Sidewalk. Just double checking. Really quickly before I move on to the next items here. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, see, missed this fence. Not that it would have been a big deal. It just would have been annoying to find out which fence was I missing. Like at the very end. Oh man, I don't know why. I am really craving some like chocolate chip cookies. I want to make some cookies this weekend. But the recipe that I like for chocolate chip cookies, and I like to throw in some walnuts in there too. Yum. I have to like put it in the fridge overnight. Alright, excuse me for the yawn. But I have to put it in the fridge overnight. Because something, the mixture needs to hydrate the flour that's in it, or else you won't get enough of a rise or something. Something on the lines of that. But I did try it. I did try to make the cookies like right after like mixing everything and set everything up. And I was like, damn, the cookies didn't come out right. It wasn't like fluffy or anything. So maybe it's like a curing process. Maybe. I don't know the science behind it. I just follow the recipe and it comes out good. That's all I need to know. But I want to get all these little signs here. The signs. Yes, yes, the signs. Nice. Signs and barrels and boxes. And I'll leave these larger structures here and the mine cart path for another time. But good stuff all around. This is going much quicker than I thought. Maybe because I have this super cool power washer. That's probably why it's going so fast. Or maybe it's my technique that I've procured over my, let's see how many hours I have in this game. Gosh, excuse me. 79 hours of power washing. I mean, I couldn't even like attempt to give you a guess on how many hours I thought it was. I just play the game for fun. And to be relaxed and to be satisfied. It's a very satisfying game. I found the game while watching Markiplier play it. And I was like, damn, this is so good. Watching him play, it's very relaxing. And I was like, well, damn, I could do better. I could do better than that. And also, he had stopped playing it. I think he was playing it. Oh, nice. He was playing it with other people for a little while. I think he did like a video with like Jacksepticeye and another video with Matt Pat. And he was just talking with people, having like a nice conversation with people, do like a nice little hour video. And it was just like, oh, we're power washing, but we're also having a conversation. We're also talking about like the industry, YouTube as a whole, and their experiences with it and life experiences. So it was just very interesting to listen and watch, but it wasn't satisfying in the respect of power washing itself. But he eventually did stop doing that because I think he started filming his movie Iron Lung. So of course I would put the kibosh on meeting up with people virtually and playing power wash them for an hour. It just takes a lot of time to set everything up, especially if the other person doesn't have power wash them downloaded and ready to go. It's certainly a fun game, and you get a lot of time and hours out of it. And you can stream it like I am currently, or post it to YouTube like I will do in the future. It's a good time all around. But as soon as I saw Mark play this game, I was like, this game is for me. Some speed on that jump. All right. Hell yeah. Parkour. I know before I talked about being left-handed was a little bit of a struggle for me with coordination. But there was also a benefit to it as well. A little known fact, or probably an obvious fact, that not many competitors go against left-handed people. It's not very common. I think 10% of the world's population is left-handed. So, when you're in a competition where handedness is a thing, doing things left-handedly can kind of throw some people off because they could very well not have faced anyone who's left-handed. So that was certainly a little bit of a benefit in tennis for sure, because I could hit areas that are not common, hit areas of the court that were not commonly hit by people who are right-handed. So that was an interesting little benefit. And also, of course, even more obviously, and fencing. So, and I did fencing in college. I did it from my sophomore year to my senior year, though I kind of fell off my senior year. I wasn't really that into it. I was really like shut in my senior year. Again, another story, another day. Well, sad trumpet or whatever the instrument is. Saxophone? Easily distracted. I should put that on my resume. But yes, fencing, being left-handed, a little bit more of a benefit, I would say, because if you don't know, there are 3 different types of fencing. There is saber, where from the waist up as a spot you can hit on the other person. So from all the waist up, so the head, the shoulders, the neck area, of course with protection on, of course, and even the hands are targeted areas. And next there's epee, again, but the whole body is a target. But the hand is a little bit harder to hit because the epee's blade is a little bit different, in which saber, the whole blade you can hit the other person with, but for epee it has to depress the tip for it to count as a hit, and you can hit anywhere on the body. So that was very beneficial for people who were a bit bigger but still had great point control of their blade. So that was really interesting. And also the pommel of this blade was bigger, so the hand kind of acted as a shield too as well, aside from, of course, parrying and reposting. But that was really interesting. And in epee, again, the body, whole body, head to toe is a target. I can go into the point system but that's really wasn't my bag. Which was my bag was foil. Again, you have to depress the tip, but the handedness, but the pommel was a little bit smaller for foil. And the target area was the chest area, including the back. So you could also hit in the back as well. Target areas front and the back. Again, that's like in saber too. The whole back had that I forgot what it's like. It's like aluminum fabric or something. But you can use that as well. Oh yeah. It only like the bottom part of the neck, so you had the face mask on, but you had to have it stitched in. If you ever seen like fencing, it has like a silvery part of the fencing, and it's only at the bottom of it, like at the neck level, for foil. And that's where I really shone, hitting this small target area really well. And I had a lot of fun with that. A lot of fun with that. Again, being left-handed with that threw some people off because you're face to face with somebody on a narrowish strip, and you're going towards somebody, and you're not expecting somebody to come on the opposite side of you. You're like, oh, I haven't really practiced against someone coming at me like that. I haven't really practiced against, blocking or parrying and reposting like this before. So it threw some people off. And also, again, being a bigger woman, you think I'm a bigger target. But with my footwork, especially from all those years of tennis, I was pretty quick on my feet with that. So I was able to parry repost very, very easily. Unexpectedly to most people. So it was kind of like a double whammy. Being fast on my feet and being a lefty. But being fast on my feet at that point was just like second nature. Be able to pivot like that, even though you're not really pivoting much. But yeah, man, I miss fencing too. Fencing was fun, but I also got frustrated. So that frustration and anger that I get from not doing well at something that I feel like I should be doing well in, I have learned that that's a real bad thing. A real bad thing, real bad habit that I have, in which I'm getting so frustrated at myself for something that I haven't practiced all that much for something that I haven't, poured everything into, and I just want to show up as that best person, but that's just not me. I didn't put in the effort into it. Then why do I feel like I should be really good at it? I don't know. Maybe I'm just waiting for us just like to be magically really good at something. Like a prodigy. I don't know why that was just stuck in my head for so long. Well, that's a conversation for my therapist, which I've already had. I already talked about that before. And I was just like playing, video games. I would just get so frustrated and so angry. And of course, that translated to other things in my life as well, like relationships or work or something. Like, I'm doing so well. I'm doing so good. Or I should be doing so good. And feel like I am being a failure at it. And I'm just like, I'm just stuck in this awful, awful mindset where I think I'm doing the best, but I also think that I'm doing the worst as well. And I know I should be doing better. And I was just stuck in such an awful, awful loop. And sometimes I find myself in that loop even now, even after all this time. A bad loop to be in. But you learn from these things and you take what you can from these experiences. And you learn from them. That's it. Just learn from them and try to do better. And be nicer to yourself. That's what I learned from that. Be nicer to yourself. Give yourself a fucking break. Maybe that just stems, or not giving myself a break, actually stems from a lot of pressure I was put under, like as a kid growing up, to like do really well in school. And then I did really well in school. I did exceptionally well. At one point, I was given the opportunity to be promoted to another grade. I think it was when I was in the 5th grade. I had an opportunity to go to a different school. And it was purely up to me. I don't know why my parents put it up to me. Maybe they were like, oh, she would learn in the future about weighing her decisions very carefully. But I had an opportunity to go to this really good school, really nationally known school in the 5th grade. And I decided not to because I wanted to graduate, because at the time, my elementary school, which was really uncommon at the time, my elementary school went up to the 6th grade, where most elementary schools in the Philadelphia area went up to the 5th grade, and then you would just go to middle school. But I decided not to. I could have went to this middle school / high school and did really well and met people that I wouldn't have met otherwise. But I really wanted to graduate with other people that I known for so long. I don't even know where I was going with that story. Honestly, just kind of got lost in the sauce. Here we go. I was thinking about a lot of pressure I was put under as a child. So I worked really, really hard, and again, being frustrated with that. So it's kind of nice that I have like a place where I can pinpoint where all this frustration really came from. That a lot of stress I put myself under, and that I was under in general from my parents wanting me to do really well in school. And when I didn't do well at something, it was on me. I felt like it was on me that I didn't do better. So it made me really sad, made me really frustrated. And I felt like a failure for not doing better. That I was going to fail like my whole family by not doing really well in school. Because I was expected to do really well. And then when I fall short of their expectations and even my own expectations, it was just like, well, damn, am I just like not good enough? Am I just going to be a failure for the rest of my life? And of course the answer is no. If I could tell little Jasmine something, it would just be like, hey, everything's gonna be alright. Don't stress. Stop stressing out. You're just a kid. Enjoy being kid. And yeah, that was that. That was that. Anyway, yapping the night away, am I right? But yes, let's check if I got all the little stuff around here. Yeah, so I'm pretty clean. Like, I have a good chunk of it left. Oh, missed this barrel over here. So I do this barrel, and then I'll probably switch over again. Oh my gosh, switching again? Switch over again to Minecraft, honestly. Chilled the rest of the night doing that because the last night I was playing Minecraft and I got so many diamonds. I was very pleased. I wonder if River and I can make it to the end in like record time. Well, not record time, but like very fast. I wonder if I can get more diamonds so I can make some good ass armor so I can go to the nether and fucking wreck shit and find that nether fortress. This is so cool. Anyway, we just have that area, that fort, and this fort, and the mine shaft, and that's it. That's all she wrote for this area. Again, we're about halfway through, so I'm gonna leave the other half for another time. It actually went a lot quicker than I thought, and then I look at the time, I'm just like, well, it's almost 11 o'clock here. So yeah, I'm probably gonna end the night with some Minecraft until I get tired, and then, or want to lay down. But it's a good chill time, not gonna lie. Good time. I won't have this music, I'll have Minecraft music. So, that's it for PowerWash Sim right now.